Meanwhile, Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu says Hamas is only itself to blame for Gaza's high death toll. CCTV's Roy Ruttenberg joins us live from Tel Aviv. Roy, what are you hearing as far as Israel agreeing to extend this ceasefire?
Indeed, that confirmation, or I should say reports, because it hasn't been confirmed by Israeli officials themselves. It came out via an Israeli official speaking anonymously with media agencies here, saying that Israel has agreed to extend the ceasefire based on the existing terms. It's unclear if that's for 72 additional hours or if it's for 120 hours, as the Egyptians had been initially pushing for. We understand that the conditions for that extension will remain the same as the conditions for the initial 72-hour ceasefire. Israel, we understand, has been really pushing for a condition in which Hamas would be disarmed, or that guarantees would be made that would ensure that Hamas isn't allowed or able to arm itself again. We've also heard some of the conditions coming from the Palestinian side. They want that 7-year blockade imposed by Israel, backed by the Egyptians, effectively sealing off the Gaza Strip. They want that blockade lifted, as well as other conditions, including some of the area for the fishermen extended from 6 nautical miles to 12. They'd like to see an airport rebuilt and reopened in Gaza, and a number of other conditions. But the real sticking point has been that siege, that blockade being lifted. It's unclear through those negotiations. You have to remember that these aren't direct negotiations. You've got Egyptian mediators running back and forth between one and the other. We understand that there has been some progress made, but that additional time is needed in those talks.
Roy, what's the Israeli Prime Minister saying about the people of Gaza? We certainly heard what he had to say about Hamas, pointing the finger squarely at them for causing all the violence.
Indeed, Netanyahu spoke with foreign journalists here in Israel, addressing many of them before he says they leave the country following their reporting in Gaza, and he urged them to tell the truth. Those were Netanyahu's words, saying that Israel's war is not with the people of Gaza. They are not the enemy of Israel, that it is Hamas. He asked them to report accurately what they saw. Israel says that Hamas was firing rockets from civilian areas. He showed him a video of those rockets being fired, and all day also in Israeli media they were airing 2 reports, one from a French channel, one from an Indian channel, showing rockets being fired from Gaza. Netanyahu says he wants to see more of what he called that kind of truth being reported.
All right, thank you so much, Roy Ruttenberg, live in Tel Aviv.